How are you doing, friends? It's Gone Gaming here, and we're gonna have a rocking good time today. All right, so if you're anything like me, you still got this little red bar next to you. Ooh, let's move over my face. It's gonna be on the other. I can point the right way. It's always my camera is mirrored. It's over here. Okay, we haven't logged into the new universe in 3.18.2. I've been just busy, and it's finally the weekend, and I'm dad moding, and I'm ready to rock and roll. But before you jump into the game, let's press pause. All right, what we're going to cover today is what you should be doing to min max with your dad skills in your Star Citizen adventure. And what I mean by that is, how can you best chart a path that will give you access to all of the different game modes so that you can try them out before the inevitable wipe in just a couple of months before 319, hoping that it's just a couple of months. It might not be a full wipe, but they've done a couple of full wipes in quick succession here, so I'm not holding out a whole lot of hope. So what I want to do is get you the building blocks for how you can spend the least amount of time having the most amount of fun. Now, for other people, you're going to be looking for a guide that is how to get you the most money and how to get you all of the ships and to try out all of the things and do all of them at all of the times. This isn't that. This is also not a video that says, hey, you should sign up for Centurion or Legionnaire and get the monthly subscription that allows you to fly other ships, because I don't think that that's a good use of your financial resources. So this is going to hit somewhere in the middle. And what we're going to do today is cover, first off, my most recommended guide for what ship to start with, what ships to get next, what order to get them in, and how you can maximize your income return, but also the number of opportunities in the verse. Because let's face it, there's not a whole lot of quest content in the game, but there are a lot of game modes. And until we get more quests and missions that really feel immersive and story like, doing those different game modes in different orders and in different ways can be really the fun that you're looking for in the verse, at least for me, especially when it comes to just wanting to relax or do something a little bit mindless and to feel like I'm in a different place in the middle of a crazy world or just a crazy life. So without further ado, let's jump into it. I just want to preface by saying there will be a new intro that's going to come that'll be, more of what we're looking for in terms of being Gone Gaming, but we're going to do our best with this one. So hang in there. We'll get this set up. Check this one out. All right, that's Forgotten Gwenting, which is my other channel. If you are into to creative card games, then that's a great channel for you to check out. Anyway, let's go to where I want to talk about today, and that is what ships to start with, what to buy, what order to buy them in, where you're going to want to save off, where you're going to want to start off, and my computer shut down and I forgot my notes. So I pulled up my notes. I've taken significant notes on this one, thought about this video for a long time, and we're going to try to get it just right for all of you guys. So let's jump over this. All right. So first off, I'm not the important person here, so let's shrink down a little bit. Until May 2nd, there are discounted starter packs. If you have just done the free fly or you have a friend that you're trying to refer, there's a couple of things going on. Number one, you just use my star code below and you're going to get yourself and me, because I don't have one yet, a P-52 Merlin, which is a nice little sub-quantum fighter. It's a snub fighter. You can load it into many different ships. It comes attached to the Constellation series with the exception of the Taurus, and technically the exception of the Phoenix, which comes with the P-72 Archimedes. Anyway, regardless, it docks into those ships. It is fantastic. It is an incredible fighter. It is the most maneuverable ship in the game as well. So not only is it good at fighting, it is also really good at flying / racing. So there's a couple of different things you can do with the Merlin. You do have to tote it around, which can get a little bit cumbersome and annoying. You can fly it in all kinds of stuff, from a Connie to a to a Corsair, to, I think you can even fit it into some ships that don't technically dock ships. I've seen some people fly it in backwards into a Taurus, so you can also do that even if you don't get the one that comes with it. And you do actually save money by going that route, by the way. It's a pain and I don't recommend it, but if we're being honest, redocking with any Constellation series ship with the snub fighter is also a pain. Um, I'm trying to think of other ones. Oh, obviously, you can fit it into like any of the C2, A2, M2 series. I think you might even be able to get it into like a Cuddy Black. If you know the answer to that, go ahead and post that up in the comments. We'll have to try that out. If somebody joins with that star code, I'll go ahead and make that video. So, but until then, I haven't really bought the ship because I'd rather buy other things, and that's what this video is all about. So, but anyway, if you're starting out, you don't have you don't have a pass, you don't know what to do next, or you are watching this video later on in time, wait for them to have a sale like this. They have these pretty frequently every few months. And go ahead and get what I call the best starter ship for the money, which is the Mustang Alpha Starter. Yes, you can get the 100i, and I am going to give you an option for the Nomad, but I would actually just skip over the 100i. If you have extra money and you're not just trying to like spend the minimal amount of dollars to get the maximum kickback, go for the Nomad. We're going to cover that in my 2-part series today. So I'm actually going to do this as a 3-part series of videos. So they'll come out on successive days. But note that just today we're going to be covering the Alpha Starter, then we'll be doing a Nomad, and then I'll be doing the recommended Dad Starter, which is the Retaliator Bomber, if you have a little bit of cashola in your pocket. And if you have CCG chained your way up to it, I have other videos on that. I'll go ahead and link those down below in the description. But you can basically get these ships, like if you buy these on a discount, you can turn these in for their full value and then level your way up in ships without having to actually spend the real world cash. So you can get a Retaliator Bomber. I think I got mine for around $95 instead of 150. So that ended up being a really great deal for me. I'll get into that when we do that video. But just know that there's going to be kind of 3 tiers of money that you're willing to spend up front. I do think it's worth spending the money personally. But for those of you who might just not have it available, this is going to be your tier. So tier 1, starting off with the Mustang Alpha Starter. We are going to come right in here. Note, if you are trying to decide between some of these ship options, you should rent first. There are a few really good fighters that are available for rent. You can rent the Avenger Titan, the Vanguard Warden from Lorville. Avenger Titan you can rent pretty much from anywhere. You can rent the Arrow from Area 18, Lorville, or Orison. If you want to try racing, you can get the Razor at Lorville, the M50 at Lorville or New Babbage, the Mustang Gamma at Area 18 in Orison, the Apawaa Knox at Area 18 New Babbage in Orison, and the Dragonfly at Area 18 Lorville and Orison. I would get the Apawaa Knox over the Dragonfly, but it is an option for those Drake fans. Then all-rounders, you can get Cuddy Blacks at basically all the L1s. Those are the Lagrange Point number 1s. Virginia Point and Everest Harbor. Then you can get Constellation Andromedas at Area 18, Lorville, New Babbage, and Port Tressler. Or the Phoenix, if you want to go for the luxury variant at New Babbage. That one will be cool once they come out with the Ursa rovers. It has its own special rover, or should. We'll see, and we'll find out. And then the 600i from Lorville and New Babbage. So if you want to just try out the ships, okay, without spending real world money or in-game money at that maxed out value, I highly recommend rentals. Lastly, you can get a Prospector at the L1s, and you can get Rocks at the L1s. Rocks work fine. Rock Cuddy Black combo is one of my highest recommended rentals. If you're first starting out the game, check out that video on mining. That's a great way to start out. Prospector, not so much. If you just want to try out Prospector mining and just get a feel for it, yes. It is not great return on your investment. Good return on your investment is shelling out the $2 million AUC for a new Prospector, attaching a Lancet mining laser to it, and mining quant. It has to be that laser for you to do it effectively and safely without a whole bunch of attachments and being a whiz kid at it. But with it, it's totally doable. And you can make bang bucks doing that. And it is one of the most soothing, calming activities you can do in Star Citizen. So I do highly recommend that. So we're going to be going through a few of those listed options as we go through my lists and as we go through my recommended leveling guides. Just know that those are the ones that I'm recommending. You can also rent other ones. I actually forgot to put Freelancer on here. I wrote this before when I had flown the Cuddy Black and had made my my big Cuddy Black video about how it's the only choice. And I no longer think it's the only choice. You now definitely have the Freelancer. So many thanks to those of you in the comments who corrected me and got me set on the right path. So without further ado, let's go ahead, jump right in. One other thing I was going to cover: new ships that you can buy this patch. Not technically, the just 318 patch is the C8R. Highly recommended. You can get that for 452,500 Astro Armada. That's an Area 18 STV in Astro Armada. That's 12,000. People call it the Steve. The Corsair is just barely under 3 million at New Deal. I wouldn't get it. I would just get a Connie. The Cutter for 627,500 at New Deal. So people are able to jam the rock in the back. If you're going to do that, cool. I do not sell the ship based on future in-game content. Okay? Yeah, I know other people are going to be like, oh, it has a bed and it has a bathroom. That's going to be so critical. It's not now. I don't care. It's way overpriced for the money. Don't spend your 600,000 on the Cutter. It is available though. Buy the C8R, better ship. Just like all around. It's like all use cases. And yes, it doesn't haul, but you're really going to use that 2 SCU space. You can put packages in the back of the C8R. So don't you package runners, don't you be coming at me like, no, did you guys fit the... No, it's just literally for stored cargo, and there is no reason you should be shipping around 2 SCU of stored cargo that you loaded of like bio waste. Yeah, you can also put drugs in the back of a C8R if you can go do illicit things like jump town. You can get the Mule for 15,000, much better purchase than the Steve. It's only 3,000 more, and then you can get the Scorpius for just under 3 million, which is expensive, but it's good. Okay. All right. All of that out of the way. Let's start. This is number 1 coming up right at you in the next installment. Hope you guys are ready for it. Until next time, good luck out there. Have some fun and hang on in there for the next video. Bye for now.